Hey, I'm your host, Ben Silverio.
I am your guest host, Helena Handbasket.
And I'm your host and post, Ansel Birch.
And it's
time to
party!
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. I love it.
See, we still got finger guns, and you just don't hear them.
Back to the space finger.
Oh, yeah, because in space, no one can hear your finger gun.
Oh.
Ansel, is that true? Can you back that up with knowledge?
Yeah, outside of radio communication or your own self-contained space with air, yeah, no, nobody can hear your finger guns.
See, that educational information was very entertaining. Because this is the edutainment episode.
Good segue.
He did finger guns again.
I did it! Yay! Today, we are here to edutain you about some things that we found in the butterfly effect. It was hard to find anything enjoyable. Or... did I say enjoyable? I meant...
Wow.
No, I meant...
But there was technology in the movie. They did stuff
Yeah,
with
there was
stuff.
some stuff. There was some stuff with stuff.
That's correct. They
Correct.
did stuff with stuff.
Correct.
Not the dog.
Not the baby.
Oh, not the
We're
mama.
not doing edutainment about that.
No.
No.
What-
Although we probably could have done explosives.
Yeah, that's true.
So something we tend to talk about in the edutainment episode is that we would pick multiple things
Okay.
and then narrow it down. Were there any other choices for you for a topic for edutainment?
Yes, actually, so it wasn't a technology-based thing, but I was interested in like the history of mental institutions and asylums because a good portion of the film takes place there, and up until, like I think it was like 94, things like homosexuality were still listed as mental health disorders. For which like shock therapy treatment could be assigned. So I think the evolution of mental health has been very fascinating. So that was one of the ones I was considering choosing, but I didn't choose it.
Oh, okay. Well, since you are our guest here,
Yeah.
would you like to go first?
Well, what was on your list?
Yeah,
Ben?
what's
was
on
on
your
my list?
Yeah, what was your list?
I mean, I mentioned explosives.
Yep.
And I thought about it, but it didn't really last very long. But again, since this movie was so
Weird.
fucking out there,
Yeah.
it was hard to really pick a lot of the stuff that went on. It's like I thought about dorm rooms for a second,
Oh yeah.
but ultimately I went in a completely different direction. Well, I guess not completely because it's still academic related. But yes, would you like to go first?
I don't know. I think Ansel should pick.
Who goes first?
Yeah.
Ansel, who's your favorite?
Helena for sure.
Okay. So for my very recently Googled edutainment section, I want to talk about the chaos theory.
Oh.
Which, if at the beginning of the film they quote the butterfly effect and how it relates to the chaos theory of one event could change the course of several different things, and that as Roger Ebert had said in the review that we talked about last time about how it just lost all of the mechanism it was trying to use with the chaos theory.
Yes.
So per the Google, oh no, I said it. We're in a Google home and it's gonna. Oh no. Chaos theory in mechanics and mathematics is the study of apparently random or unpredictable behavior in systems governed by deterministic laws. Here's the chaos theory simplified. Describes the qualities of the point at which stability moves to instability or order moves to disorder. For example, unlike the behavior of a pendulum, which adheres to a predictable pattern, in a chaotic system does not settle into a predictable pattern due to its nonlinear processes. What does that mean? It means that time is not real and everything is a construct. No, but if we think back to a film that I love and value dearly, Jurassic Park, Dr. Ian Malcolm
Yes. Life
finds a way. Describes very adeptly the chaos theory, where he talks about where he has Laura Dern's character hold up her hand and drop some water on it, and he says, predict which way the water droplet is going to fall. And she says, okay, it's going to go back, and it goes off the side. And he says, see, this is the chaos theory because there are infinitesimally sized pores and hairs and imperfections. And she says, imperfections? He says, yes, imperfections. On the back of your hand that make it so you cannot accurately predict which direction the water droplet is going to fall, because it could change every single time. It could follow the track of the first water droplet. And now I am in a car by myself talking to myself, and that's the chaos theory. But it is this concept. I don't know it. I went to school for theater and French. I, by no means, this is something my brother should be talking about because he's got the brains in the family. But it is that idea that things happen randomly and there's no determined set of answers to it, and that this whole film was supposed to be one of like, oh, this moment, like he's trying to pinpoint the moment that shit went sideways for him, right?
Yes.
And they even zoom in, and I think that they did have moments of this. There's one moment where they zoomed in on him dropping the cigarette out of his mouth and burning his stomach.
Right.
Like, was that the moment? If he hadn't dropped the cigarette, would that have, like, if X, then Y, you know what I mean? If then, if he had stopped he stops the dynamite from exploding because he intervenes, and then we flash forward and he is wheelchair bound and has a life that he is not happy with. And, things like that. So it's like this kind of this whole idea of like, what is the moment that determines the rest of it? And it is chaotic because you can't determine what it is.
Can you predict all of the variables? And if you like zoom that out at all, of course you can't.
Right. Yes, right. Because like we don't exist in a vacuum unless you are doing an experiment in a vacuum. Then you don't know what the variable. There's always variables. There's going to
be other variables.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's no predicting. I mean, obviously there are predictable things, but I don't know, math stuff. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Right, that's predictable.
Yeah.
Like we can plug those numbers in. But like if I, have a snack at noon, is that going to tide me over until 6?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's unpredictable.
Right.
Because there are other factors at work. I'm tired. Maybe my blood sugar is a little weird today. I don't know. Maybe
you exerted a lot yesterday.
Maybe I exerted a lot of energy yesterday. Maybe there wasn't enough protein in my snack. There's lots of different variables.
So Ben, what did you pick?
Oh wow, it's my turn now.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
No more chaos.
No, plenty of chaos.
Plenty of so much chaos.
If you think we're getting out of chaos territory,
time to party. Brought to you by the Indecisionist and Chaos. So, as I mentioned, it's kind of my pick for the edutainment section is academic adjacent.
Okay.
All right. So,
what was one of the reoccurring things in the butterfly effect?
Wide ruled journaling notebooks.
Notebooks.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. You got it in one.
I was a joke. That's amazing.
I was all ready for it to be like really bad dorm rooms. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So after looking at all the different things that I could talk about, I got curious about marble notebooks.
Amazing.
And
what the origin of it is.
Exactly.
That's
like
cool.
where they came from.
Where did they come from?
So
where did they go?
Where did they come from?
Came. The short answer, Asia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10th century China. And
I was not prepared for you to go that far back.
I was not prepared for this.
Right. It's
I'm
crazy,
getting
right?
edutained right now.
Yeah.
10th century China and 12th century Japan is where it all really started.
Oh, cool.
And the marble design used to apply to the pages themselves.
Oh.
Because it was a process of marbling the paper and then they would put the characters on the cool design paper.
Oh, so like the pages that have like a gentle like wave through them. Okay,
Exactly.
So not like the dark marbling that we imagine now on the where it would like get in the way of you writing stuff.
It eventually evolved.
Gotcha.
So even though it was, you know, that psychedelic pattern with all the swirls and the flourish, like people would just write all over it.
Right.
You know, so eventually when it got to Europe, like in France and Germany in like the 19th century, it just would be on the cover. And then when it made it to America in like the late 19th century and the early 20th century,
Oh, wow.
you know, it became the lined paper that we see. So it's like for hundreds of years, these composition notebooks had the same look.
Wow.
So if you went back to like hundreds and hundreds of years ago,
Oh my
the
gosh.
composition notebooks
They look
pretty
almost the
much-
same.
I mean,
look the
wow,
same.
Wow.
that you would see at the dollar store right now.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
like this one.
I mean, they don't have that like marbled brown, the dark black.
Yeah, the
but
black
I've
and white.
definitely still seen that
Yeah.
style.
This is an example from France from 1860.
Whoa.
And it's basically how you'd see them in high school or grade school right now.
That is really wild.
They've largely remained unaltered since then. And in my research, I came across this designer at Pentagram
Oh.
who wanted to change up the composition notebook. Mm-hmm. So in their new design, they just, you know, gave it a little modern adjustment, right? But it's also the binding, you know, like the way this designer took the book binding was so that it could be 100% flat.
Oh, thank
Oh
God.
my god.
Because the as you know, listener, probably because you've probably used the composition notebook.
It's probably the single reason you stopped using composition.
Exactly,
notebooks.
because
Yeah.
they never stay down flat.
Correct.
And that's because of the way that the
way
book
they're
is
sewn,
binding,
yeah.
you know? So in this new updated version, which you can get on Kickstarter, but it's probably very expensive.
That's silly.
Yeah,
I mean,
$57 for 3 lined composition notebooks and a tote.
Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, supporting innovation, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is really
I'll put
neat.
links in the show notes.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this
please
and
do.
The,
That's
and the
really
photos
cool.
that Ben showed us.
Yeah,
in
the photos are
Yes.
really cool.
So that you too can go. Ah.
Yeah, because we definitely were. I mean, that's incredible.
Right? Like this is how
So that's what they're going for.
that's how it
Wow.
looked
You know
back
what's
in the
really
day.
wild? I am also having another recovered memory of when I would go to art camp in the summers, and I did like an entire paper making class. So I learned how to make like the pulp for the paper making, and we did marbling because they showed us these as like art pieces, and they did give us this history lesson. But I was like 8 at the time, so I didn't remember. But I do remember making those. That's really cool.
That is.
Isn't that crazy?
Look at this.
It all goes back to Asia.
Hey.
Hey, good work, Asia. You had some good shit.
Good
Hell yeah.
shit, Asia.
Yeah.
Giving us the number 0,
Yep.
marbled pages, fireworks,
Dumplings.
Oh my God.
Dumplings are great.
Ben, you said the magic word. I'm so
No.
excited for dumplings.
No.
Like
Dumplings.
we're in the season now that it's the perfect time for Xiaolin Bao.
Yep.
Is
You
there
know.
a bad time of year?
I mean, having soup dumplings in the summer is kind of
Yeah, but I would still do it. Soup
You would?
dumplings.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll
got
do
AC.
soup dumplings. Yeah. I'll do some soup dumplings literally whenever.
I mean, they are delicious. I talked about this before we started rolling, but I was reminded that there was a alternate ending for
Oh,
the
yeah.
butterfly effect.
There's a director's cut of this film.
Oh
right,
my
maybe
God.
that's where this is from. Where Evan goes back and kills himself in the womb so that none of this happens.
Oh my God.
But the version that we got on the HBO Max cut was slightly happier, I guess.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because this is a far better movie and we both love it, can we do Clue as a time travel movie? Because there are alternate endings.
I mean, you could argue that's time travel.
It is time travel because they go back. It could have been anything. That's chaos theory.
Oh, Clue is such chaos theory.
Yeah, it's the best.
Then we can, man, the things we could talk about.
I know.
Wadsworth. That knave.
Oh.
Tim Curry is great.
Yes. We stand.
We do. So,
Yes.
while you all need some time to stand for Tim Curry and less
Take a shot for Tim Curry out of respect.
Yes.
and less time to think about the butterfly effect, thank you for joining us this month on this wild fucking ride.
Yeah, this was an adventure. I had a lot of fun.
This one turned into an adventure river. There were
I
hippos.
really like that.
Yeah, this lazy river turned into like a wild water rapids towards
Yeah.
the middle, and then
It's like Natasha Bedingfield says, the rest is still unwritten.
oh my god.
Roll credits right here and there.
Yes, party people, we've done it again. Whether you like it or not, we're still here. And we're on the internet. On Instagram and Twitter, I'm at Silverio20.
I am the Helena Handbasket on Instagram, and I am only Handbasket on Twitter.
I am at Indecisionist on Twitter and at The Indecisionist on Instagram.
And if you'd like to join in the conversation, this batshit fucking crazy conversation about the butterfly effect, not the Mothman Prophecies, use the hashtag
Coming in April.
time to party. That's time, the number 2 party. Whew, we did it, kids.
We did.
We're at the end. We did it. Another movie in the books. So until our next exciting time travel debacle, be excellent to each other.
Party on, dudes.